All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, who will teach well, who are my teachers. Much respect to you, brothers, living worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Coming at you with a lesson, Lord willing, is edifying. The title of this lesson is simply News and Prophecy. But there's so much going on right now, you really can't entitle anything but News and Prophecy. So, through the Spirit of Yahweh, we're going to get a couple articles and, filter through the scriptures. Because what we in a time of prophecy, matter of fact, let's start out here. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. Make sure you share this. Okay. 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. Shalom, Shalom. Because the Lord told us to what? Look out for these signs. It's going to manifest themselves at the end. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. See? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. See? So these things were already written. Alright? It's just playing out now. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yeah, it's coming clear and clear. Okay? Now, I have this video queued up that I want to play. Now, this guy from Rock Hill is Rock Hill shooting. Okay? This guy was an ex-football player. Played at South Carolina State and was in the NFL for about, I think it said 10 years, maybe, where it may have been 7, but I know he played with various number of teams. Okay, so let's play this video.
As a former NFL player, Philip Adams. Now, Adams' death has also been confirmed.
Now at 11:30, we continue to stay on top of breaking news. A mass shooting in Rock Hill kills 5 people, including a prominent doctor and 2 kids. We're learning more about the victims and the suspect. Live team coverage from the scene. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Carolyn Bruck. This morning, we are learning more about a mass shooting at that home in Rock Hill. 5 people were killed, including 2 kids and a prominent Rock Hill doctor. The suspect's father, identifying him as a former NFL player, Philip Adams. Now, Adams' death has also been confirmed by officials. No way around it. This is a tragic situation. We've been following it since yesterday afternoon, and we're expecting police to speak and give even more information in a couple of hours from now. But our teams have been spread out. They're on the scene all morning, all night, working to find out more on this. So let's start WCNC Charlotte's team coverage with Brandon Goldner joining us live now. So, Brandon, what can you tell us about what you know so far?
Carolyn, that individual you had mentioned earlier, Philip Adams, the York County Coroner's Office confirmed he had died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound after a law enforcement standoff. One of the victims in this case, a prominent local doctor, Dr. Robert Leslie. The question remains, what led up to this shooting? York County Sheriff's deputies say this shooting happened around 4:45 yesterday afternoon. Investigators say when they arrived at the house off Marshall Road, they found 70-year-old Dr. Robert Leslie, his wife Barbara, and their 9- and 5-year-old grandchildren shot dead. 2 people doing work at the home were also shot. 38-year-old James Lewis died from a gunshot wound, while another worker, who hasn't yet been identified, is recovering from a gunshot wound in the hospital. Deputies conducted the manhunt lasting several hours. The father of former NFL player Philip Adams says his son is responsible for the shooting, and he ultimately took his own life, but the sheriff's office hasn't yet confirmed it. Sheriff's Office spokesman Trent Ferris says everyone in the community knew Dr. Leslie.
I've lived in Rock Hill my entire life, and Dr. Leslie was my doctor growing up. So that's how this is kind of a little hard on me. But Dr. Leslie has been one of those people that everybody knows. He started Riverview Medical Center in Rock Hill.
There you go. You know, the Lord is issuing that judgment, man. Now, why would this Jake, go and commit this crime, man? Well, little information that I have in this article right here for CNN is that this doctor was the doctor of this guy's mother and father. All right, and I guess he felt like, matter of fact, let's see if we can get to it. Okay, yeah, let's start right here. It says Adams. Matter of fact, I may have to read up. Hey, and Yahweh Shabbarakathon to the brothers and sisters on the comment board. Shalom. The water for tuning in. All right. Let's start right here. It says investigators believe the suspect was the only assailant and trying to figure out what led to the shooting, Ferris said. This is a tragic situation. None of us can figure out why it happened, Ferris told reporters early Thursday in a news conference recorded by CNN affiliate WBTV. Adams played in the NFL as a defensive back. He had 5 years from 2010 to 2015 for teams including San Francisco, Seattle, Oakland, Jets, and Atlanta. So he played at South Carolina State University. Before that, okay, this is the so-called famous doctor. Okay. Says doctor has been practicing in that area since 1981. Now they also mentioned this guy may have had CTE, which is a condition from receiving too many concussions. All right, and it who was that guy that played for the linebacker that played for San Diego? Real famous guy. He ended up taking his own life from that disease, which caused from getting hit too many times in the head, head-to-head collisions. Let's see. There's not too much in that. Let's go to the next article. Shalom out Yahweh Shabbat. There's different things popping up in prophecy at the same time. All right. Now, we just seen about this mass shooting. Now, Biden had this story on track yesterday where Biden is looking to initiate these executive orders. All right. He just had a press conference, a while ago. He's going to activate or permanently have somebody over the ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, to take away the guns, man, which is going to cause sedition among men. The Egyptian against the Egyptian. We already know. Matter of fact, let's go to Mark, because this place is already divided. How the Lord had already set it up. Let's click this back. See, we cut this volume down a bit. Okay. All right. Mark chapter 3. And let's start at 24. You know what? 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. So Esau is divided, man. All right. And this gun law is going to further along that issue. All right. It says, and if Satan rise up against Satan, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. Yeah, so-called white man Esau Edom, he has an end. All right, these are just baby steps that the Lord is putting out there. All right, so this from USA Today. It was updated. It was published yesterday, but it was updated today after his speech. It says, President Joe Biden unveiled his first major steps to address gun violence on Thursday, directing his administration to tighten restrictions on so-called ghost guns or untraceable weapons that can be constructed from parts purchased online. It says the president also announced his nomination of David Chipman as director of the Justice Department's Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives. Chip is an ATF veteran who currently serves as an advisor for gun control advocacy group named for former Representative Gabrielle Gifford, Democrat of Arizona, who survived the 2011 mass shooting in Tulsa, Arizona as a congresswoman. Says gun violence in this country is an epidemic. I thought the Crown 19 was the epidemic that's going on, right? It says Biden said during remarks in the White House Rose Garden, calling it an international embarrassment, right? It says the idea that we have so many people dying every single day from gun violence in America is a blemish on our character as a nation. But that's how you was brought up on bloodshed, right? Matter of fact. Said power was given to you to take peace from the earth, man. This is what you do, Esau. You were blessed with the sword. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, horse symbolizing power, red symbolizing Esau Edom, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. You see, so this great sword, this is what you're accustomed to, Esau. Don't the scriptures say, as the king or as the judge, so is his people? All right. So you've been brought up on bloodshed, and that's where America has been made. All right, and all it's going to do is cause these Egyptians to fight against the Egyptians. Right, that's all it's going to do. To further along the gospel of Yahweh Shah to bring things, to bring things manifest, and let these things be made known. It's Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You see, these are the beginning stages of that. Biden announcing, right, that he wanted to ban. He even said that I watched a portion of it. He wanted to ban stabilizing braces for certain pistols, right? He want to ban, see that? Short barrel rifles. He want to ban all assault weapons and high magazines. What is this? Hey, man. Esau was blessed with the sword, man. All right, you think he's going to get that up willingly? He was blessed by Isaac, who is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. Now let's go to this next article, because I want to make this too long. Just want to hit it, bring it out, and move on to the next one. So check it out. This was done April 7th, 2021, year of the Haitian of Yahweh Shai. All right, it says vaccine refusal may put herd immunity at risk, researchers warned. And this was done by NPR.org. All right, we'll read a little bit of this. Lord willing, I'll put these articles in the description box. It says, despite the fact that millions of people have been vaccinated safely, Craner warns about complications. She believes some people are having life-threatening reactions to the vaccine that the media aren't reporting. You see this? It says many such reports shared on social media are false or misleading. Well, the brother shared a video this morning about this so-called Negro. This is through the spirit, the Israelite. Okay, and she said she had highs from taking the Johnson & Johnson. All over her body. Her face was still swole. Her head was still swole, man. All right. Is that a conspiracy theory? Is that, not being shared or shared on social media? Yeah, because the mainstream media ain't reporting these things. It says, and she's worried because it's so new. We don't know the long-term effects, and that's the thing, man. What is this going to do to your body 6 months down the road? 9 months down the road? Hell yeah. Right? We don't know what it's going to do. That's right. Okay? And that was just a woman they were speaking to. Let's see. It says a 4-minute read. We could have played the video, but we're not going to go do that. So it says, I guess from December the 9th until now, 36% has been vaccinated. Right? Let's see. Is there anything else we get out of here? No. It's just the blowback that Esau is receiving. 1 in 4 Americans, right, are saying they're not going to take it, which is going to interrupt the herd immunity that they're trying to reach. All right. Esau is being made bare. Out of fact, he's no longer able to hide himself. Let's go to Jeremiah. Because these people are not trusting what this guy is selling anymore. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, the Edomites, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is there wisdom vanished? Yeah, everybody's seeing through your game plan now. All right, you are no longer that delicate lady anymore. Don't nobody look at you with reverence. All right, it says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare, you see. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See, he's trying to hide himself, but it's just a flood of the truth is being made known. That's why in this article they mention social media, because that's where the truth is coming out on. All right, it's not being shared on these different platforms that these 1948ers control. Right? It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. All right, they're not going to be here anymore. All right, now I have this last article that I seen and I want to bring up. There's all these things as news and prophecy, uproars of the people, different earthquakes, mass death, trains colliding. And check this out, bus colliding. Happened again yesterday. They see all these things are happening at the same time, man. The Spirit of the Lord is resting heavy upon the earth. Matter of fact, before we get that, let's go here. Let's go. Yep. Habakkuk 2, even 12. All right. Where is it? Yep. This is Habakkuk 2 and 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. So the Lord is now being made manifest, and he's going to work, man. We read in the 2nd Ezra chapter 9 where the Lord is going to draw near, all right, when all these signs are being shown. Matter of fact, let's get another one. What is that at? Second. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. I believe that's what I want. Let's take a look. Because the Lord is now resting upon the world. Right? Yep. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 7. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, you see. And that which containeth all things have knowledge of his voice. That's why we able to hear when he speak. Because we seeking him while he may be found. It says, therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid. So Esau is being made manifest. His wicked deeds are being shown. All right. And the Lord is beautiful in what he's doing. He's causing, all right, the Egyptians to rise up against the Egyptians. He's having different calamities come down as far as them trying to vaccinate people and they're not able to further their plan, right? It says, therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance when it punisheth pass by him. So yeah, when the Lord gets ready to punish you, it's not going to pass by you. You're going to get the double cup. All right, you're going to drink of all that dregs, Esau. For inquisition shall be made unto the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come up unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. You see, so the Lord is using the prophet as mouthpiece to cry out basically on the wickedness of Esau Edom. All right, because we got a crowd to get saved. Now, in this last article, we already know nobody perishes off the earth being innocent. It just doesn't happen. Matter of fact, before we get it, let's get that. Job chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. You see, you reap what you sow. By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. So when the death angel go out and call these various people number, guess what? The Lord sent it out. 16 killed, 14 injured in bus crash involving mine workers near U.S.-Mexico border. Right? 2 buses collided, man. And just last week you had 2 trains collide. Well, guess who's doing it? It's the Lord, matter of fact. And you know, us in the know is to keep us on our toes and fear and reverence of Yahweh Shah Shah. Because anybody can get it at any time right now, man. The gospel has been preached. No more cloak for your sin. This is, it started 24. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy. See, we understand these things. We understand where we at in these prophecies. So they're plain to us. So are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Somebody will fall apart over this. And somebody else fell apart. All right? Why? Because they understand judgment. They don't understand the ways of Yahweh Shah, right? And the Lord said they're wicked for that. It says, for the good are good things created from the beginning. So evil things for sinners. So yeah, these things were created for sinners, right? It says, verse 28, let's get to the point. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, you see? So it's the Lord that's fashioned those certain spirits, fashioned that scenario to bring forth his vengeance, right? It says fire and hell, famine and death. Then we witness death here. Hell, then we witness death here. This is the spirit of the Lord resting upon the earth, man. It's no longer going to be said that the Lord left, they brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord left, they brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the north. That's what's going on. The Lord is being made manifest. It says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You see? They're going to go out and do what the Lord say do. Point blank period. Okay? Now, let's get one more precept and we're going to close it out there. Because this is all Bible prophecy, man. Everything we seeing occurring right now is Bible prophecy. Matthew 24. Right? See? Signs of Hamashiach's return. Right? Now we're going to jump around a little bit. Let's go here. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Yeah, that word world is aeon, which means what? A period of time, an age. All right, what it says that Esau is the beginning. Matter of fact, let's go get it. 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. Okay, this is the world that the disciples is asking about, right? This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 of verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? You see, it's talking about what times, right? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, you see, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Who's running the world? It's the Edomites, man. They're in power, all right? There's great beasts. So when we go back here in Matthew 24, ask him, when will the end of Esau world be, right? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Then we, Elder Apostle Ramla and Elder Apostle Tahar had went in how Russia is now petitioning the UN to stop the so-called, what they call it, space wars. All right, the rush to put weapons in space. All right, and what is that going to cause? A rumor of war, right? It says, for nation shall rise against nation. See what we just read also in Isaiah 19 about the Egyptians against the Egyptians. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Yeah, this great famine that the Lord has prepared. All right, and man, you don't even realize I got a video that I want to do, and it's regarding a shortage in ketchup packages. So it's a shortage in ketchup packages. So where the point, these local restaurants are running out of ketchup. All right, they're not even able to serve that. And that's just part of this system being broken down. Lord willing, I'll do a lesson on that. It says, but all these things are happening at the same time. This great famine that the Lord has prepared, and it's going to hit these people all of a sudden. Why? Because they haven't been measuring the time diligently. It says, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. You see, all these are the beginning of sorrows. And then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Yeah, that's part of the bitter. You got to have the bitter and the sweet. All right? You got to warn the people. You got to have all that blood off your hands. Right? And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Yeah, these other camps, haven't been talking about the bitter of the scripture. It's going to be many that's going to be offended in that day. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what we're witnessing with these different mass shootings. All right, this is the fourth one in the last month of so-called mass shootings, man. All right, this is the Lord making himself known into the world. All right, excuse me. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Let's get a quick precept. Because iniquity is abounding. It is growing. It's the height of wickedness as we've seen it. Right? This is 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. Yes, over 500,000 they say, right? That died of the C-19 here in America. And Google that number globally. All right. Now, how much more when these side effects start affecting these people, right, from these vaccines later on down the road? They're going to be taken in a great number too. And the way of truth shall be hidden. Yeah, and the way of truth is hidden. All right. And it's this small path that you got to walk, man. And the land shall be barren of faith. And we seen that video that Elder Manada Zakba did where these, I think it was NBC, where it was talking about faith, where these different people are now saying that they're not going to church. All right, they're basically losing their faith. See, the land is barren of faith. Only ones who are going to have faith in that day is who? The Israelites. All right, the elect of the children of Israel, to be matter of fact. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. You see, and the land that thou seest now to have root shall be wasted suddenly. You see that? And this place, this is he talking about is America. All right, it's going to be wasted suddenly. Matter of fact, it's not going to be any root. All right, let's get this right quick, and then we'll go back to Matthew and close it out. This is 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Yeah, this evil is sown here. All right, it has it's been rooted and grounded here, and the Lord's got to uproot this place. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. You see, so it's not going to come until this place is utterly wasted. All right, that's what we just read in 2 Ezra chapter 5. But at the end of this thing, those are the tokens that the Lord said look for. Let's go back. It says, and the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly. It's going to be uprooted violently. Thus with violence, right? But once again, the point was this up here, all right? How the iniquity has been increased. So, back in Matthew chapter 24, verse 12, And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. You see, and then shall the end come. So, well, it's like the scriptures say, we're approaching perilous times. All right, this is just the beginning of sorrows. That's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are my teachers. Much respect to you, brothers, laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, coming at you a lesson. Till the next time I say, Shalom. The water for tuning in. And that's the spirit. The brother from GMS up on Precepts. GMS, perilous times shall come, you see? And that's where we at, man. All right, so stay prayed up, you know. And how about Shalom? Shalom.